I was so happy that Joe was coming to visit.
Chia! So lovely to see you. Look at your hair. Big man, ain't it?
I wanted to show her that her time wasn't wasted with our family, that we learned from her and we benefited from her. Actually, after you left, I kind of saw what kind of pressure she was under being here by herself. So I made a commitment to get off the road.
After you left, he sat down with me and we just talked. He apologized for always not being here. He sold all the trucks. Now we actually do things together.
Oh. All right, so let's just watch through some of this. It's going to be really interesting, actually.
Why don't you help Mommy do dishes?
I don't want to do nothing. Just sit down.
Kenny, stop.
Go upstairs.
Why?
She doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to do anything.
She shouldn't be up in that room all day.
What am I supposed to make her do?
Make her
She
do
doesn't
what
wanna
you want her to
play.
do. This is your house and this is your life. If you tell her to stay out of the room, it's out of the dang room.
That drove you mad. That still
Drove
drives
me
you.
nuts, not
like-
mad, nuts. I was mad, but I figured I better watch what I say.
I remember thinking, oh my words, David's just going to blow in a minute. And Chia, there was this passiveness from you that I didn't believe was really you. You know, I felt that you'd zoned out and become passive.
Looking at myself the way I was back then, I actually see myself as pretty pathetic to be as weak as I was. I want my kids to look up to their mom and say, that's the kind of person I want to be.
Julia, move! That's 10 dang times. Move! I don't want my children to be disrespectful, and I do what I feel I have to do to correct it. Now you say you're sorry and get down and play. Oh boy. Say it. Say! And I better not hear it come out of your mouth again. I want you down and playing.
No!
Play.
Yeah, Daddy was stressed out there, wasn't he? To say the least. Watching you with Tina, I mean, you very much do have the same personality. And Tina, I think that you are a blessing to your father because every day he gets to get a good look at himself and a reminder of what he needs, of what he always needs to work on.
David, you bark and you demand from them. You are up in your kids' faces. There. That's not a pretty sight watching you grab up your kid.
I'm just holding her, trying to get 2 points across, and then I walk out and I feel like a jerk.
But that is what's coming across, David. We are seeing you be a real meanie.
Relax. That's why we're here.
I'm not here to pussyfoot around. I'm here to tell you how it is.
What went through your mind when I sat there, David, and went, oh, I'm not pussyfooting around? I mean, what did you think?
Going into doing it, I was like, okay, I'll prove the point. It's them and not me. And it backfired on me. And I just figured, I was like, well, my ass is cooked now. I'm done.
Yeah. When I actually did that meeting, Chia just sat at that table rather quiet. And I remember thinking, Chia, speak up now. I cannot keep voicing how you're feeling forever.
Actually, it felt better coming from you because if it were me saying that to him at the time, because the way our relationship was, it would have turned into an argument right away.
Fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
But letting it come from you, he respected it more. Okay.
When you communicate with the children, this is what they're seeing, right?
Right. It made me realize that I'm putting fear into my kid. The 4-year-old just sees a big, burly man standing over her and not knowing what's coming next. That made me upset in what I did, and it hit me right where I didn't really want it to hit.
What's my body language saying?
That you're comfortable. You're not a threat.
But if I'm in your face like this...
No, that I don't like.
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
How uncomfortable is that?
That's actually more uncomfortable than standing up like you were.
Right. That's what your kids get.
I didn't like that one. But I actually learned a lot that one because I know what you were trying to do. You were showing me a size difference.
Come a long way, right? Seriously?
When you came into the picture, man, we were in a rough road. Honestly, I think if we wouldn't have done this, we might have ended up divorced. I was done. I was done. I was fighting both of those two. I was fighting her, and I was fighting the kids, and I was like, forget it. Ever since Joe was at our house, we've made a 180-degree turnaround. Completely, totally different people. I owe her.
Before Joe got there, David and I were this close to calling it quits. And she saved our marriage. I can't thank her enough.
I'm very lucky that I have had the fortune to have helped so many families. But, you know, I don't take all the credit for that. You know, I work very closely with a team of people that come in and professionally turn that into a TV show that people can watch, that allows you to be able to help absolutely millions. And I wake up every day very grateful for that as well. It's my 100th episode, and I'm back to see the Weinstein family. This was a family that was definitely challenging, to say the least. What's going on like now? What are the things that are obstacles for you guys now?
Well, I think the main thing is that they're older now, so of course we can put more responsibility on them, but how do we know what is the proper responsibility and how much is enough and not going too much?
Yeah, we actually got in a little argument about it the other day. I asked the kids to clean the bathroom upstairs. But my way of looking at it is if they try to do it, even if it's not the way you would do it as an adult, you can't just go in there and say, you know what, I don't like the way you're doing it.
Cheer explained to me how it can be difficult for the kids to do chores, and Dad piped in and said, well, you're a little bit meticulous about how you like things done. So I thought, well, let's go upstairs and see what she's talking about.
I just like, you know, nurses' corners, hospital corners.
Yep.
You know, I gotta pull everything tight.
Right.
The mattress has gotta be lined up. And they'll just kind of throw the sheets over top.
Do you think that when the kids do it the way they do it, do you think they're being lazy?
Yes.
I try to make it that way.
We got 3
but I
balls.
can't make it that
I put this ball right in the...
But you can't make it that neat. The kids listen and they make their bed to the highest standard that they can make it, but it's never enough for Mum.
She did a good job. She put in a great effort.
Then how can they be lazy? Can you just make your bed how Mummy likes it to be made?
She even showed me, she goes, do you want the sheet folded over? Well, it's folded over. You want the sheets tucked in? They're tucked in. Just because they're not perfect doesn't mean she's not doing what you ask.
The fact is, if you've asked the kids to make their bed and you see this wonderful effort of what you've been teaching them, that's 10 out of 10, because it'll only get better.
Not everything has to be perfect. I need to remember that they are kids, and I need to give them a little bit of breathing room.
Remember 4 years ago when I came here, Dad was like in your face and everything else, yeah?
Yeah.
And now he's a teddy bear. So what kind of things then did you start doing with your girls?
What am I gonna do, sit down and play Barbies with them?
Would you do that? Have you done that?
No.
No.
It will always be important for David to continue showing interest in the things his daughters like to do. Even if it does challenge him to step outside that comfort zone, it will keep him close to them all.
Okay, so guess where we're all going? We are all going to get a manicure and pedicure.
I thought that was cool because I thought all the girls and my wife were going to do it. But when she turned around and said that I was going to participate and she was going to have me get my toenails painted, I thought she lost her mind.
Come on! Girls, Daddy will lead you down there.
My husband, Big Bad Dave, had to almost be a girl for a day. And he had to sit down with his daughters and get his toenails painted.
Do a lot of men do this?
Yes. You'll be surprised.
That tickles.
It tickles.
How's that feeling, David?
I'm about to start singing that song, I Feel Pretty.
Henny, what do you think of Dad getting his feet done? Huh?
Wonderful.
When I realized all the fun that I was having with the kids and everything, I was glad I did it.
You love it, Daddy.
I think the girls had a blast with their dad. I never heard them laughing so much and so hard.
Oh, this is going to really strip you of all your masculinity. That's it, you're done.
I would have never went and got a pedicure with my daughters, ever. I did it obviously because of the situation I was in, but I'm glad now that I was in that situation to do it because I see what it meant to my kids. And you know what? I'm still a man. I'm still here, and I got very soft feet.
Thank you. So I have to leave and say goodbye to you guys. Visiting the Weinsteins has been great, but I do still have another family I want to see. Cheers, take care, love.
She's done so much for us, and I feel like we owe her so much more than we can ever give her.
Good to see you.
Seriously, Joe, I want to tell you something. I respect you. I think the world of you, and I'm telling you right now, you really, really, really did change a life.